Howdy! Welcome to Aspire Mountain Academy. I'm Professor Curtis, your instructor for this course in Introductory Statistics. In less than 10 minutes, this video defines a simple random sample. Let's get started. So, to understand simple random samples, we first need to understand random sampling, which most people intuitively understand. So, in a random sample, what we have is each member in the population has an equal chance of being selected. So here we've got a population of 12 people. We're randomly selecting 4 of them. So because each member of the 12 has the same chance of being selected, this is what we would call a random sample. Now, this random sample could be a simple random sample if every possible sample of the same size has the same chance of being chosen. This is what we call a simple random sample. So for example, here we're sampling 4 people from the population. So if every possible, outcome or combination what you have, every possible sample of 4 people that we could take from these 12, if each of those sets has the same chance of being selected, then we would have what's called a simple random sample. This concept of simple random samples is really new for a lot of people, and so the first time many students encounter it, they're not quite sure they have a handle on it. So to help us get that handle on it, let's look at a visual representation to further explain what we mean when we say simple random sample. Suppose we have 7 marbles in a bag, so 3 are blue and 4 are green. So here's our marbles. We've got 3 blue and 4 green, and we put them all in the bag. And now let's say we're going to sample 3 of the marbles from the bag. So here's our population, 7 marbles. We're going to take a sample size of 3 from this population. We're going to assume the order of the colors that we draw out of the bag don't matter. So with that in place, what are the possible outcomes for our sample? Well, I mean, what could the 3 marbles that we draw out of our bag actually be? Well, we could have all 3 of the marbles we draw out of our bag to be blue. We could take all the 3 blue marbles. That's possible. And then we could take 2 of the marbles that we draw could be blue and 1 could be green. That's another possibility. We could have 1 of those marbles be blue and the other 2 to be green. Or we could have all 3 of them to be green. So these are all the possibilities that we're looking at for drawing 3 marbles out of the bag. So if each of these marbles that are in the population have the same chance of being selected for our sample, then that makes our sample a random sample. However, the simple random sample looks at the set perspective. So if each of these possible sample combinations that we have listed here, if each of these 4 sample combinations have the same chance of being our sample, then that makes the sample a simple random sample. Now, let's look at what happens if we place a restriction on our sampling. We're going to say that we have to have at least 1 blue marble in our sample. What happens now? Well, let's look again at the possibilities, the possible outcomes in our sample space. We look at the first one where we've got 3 blue marbles. At least 1 of those is blue, so it's possible that we could be selecting that sample. Likewise with the second, we've got 2 blue and 1 green. There's at least 1 blue marble there, so it's possible that we could select that one. Likewise with the third, there's the 1 blue marble there in the sample. However, the last sample doesn't have any blue marbles. And so because of the restriction we place on our sampling, we would not be selecting that sample. Yet it is a possible combination of 3 marbles that could come out of the bag. So because not every one of these possible sample combinations for 3 marbles can be selected, that means in this case, we do not have simple random samples. Every possible sample combination does not have the same chance of being selected. And that's all simple random sample is. It says that every possible outcome for your sample size has the same chance of being selected. Typically, if you don't have a restriction on your sampling and you're sampling the individual members of your sample at random, you're going to have a simple random sample. But if you put some type of restriction on the sample, then yes, there's typically not going to be simple random samples. Let's take a look at a quiz to test our knowledge of what we just learned about simple random samples. So here's the first example. Let's take a look at it. To test for a gender gap in the way people purchase cars, a company randomly selects exactly 750 adult men and 750 adult women to poll. Do we have a simple random sample? Why or why not? Go ahead and pause the video and then think about this. Come back and we'll see if your answer's right. Okay, so here you should say no, you do not have a simple random sample. What's our sample size? The sample size is not just 750. It's the men and the women together, okay? That we're actually polling from the larger population. So we're actually taking 1,500, but we're insisting that half of them be men and half of them be women. So because of that restriction that we're placing on our sample, not every sample of 1,500 people have the same chance of being selected. Therefore, this is not a simple random sample. Let's try this next one. You plan to conduct a post-election survey of the 312 voters who voted in a given county in the last election by using a computer to randomly select 200 of them. Simple random sample or not? Again, pause the video, come up with your answer, then come back and we'll see how well you did. Okay, let's see if you got this. So I hope you said yes. Every sample of 200 people that you're going to get from the population of 312 have the same chance of being selected. And so that makes this a simple random sample. Let's take a look at this one. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration conducts crash tests of cars by randomly selecting one car of each different model. Simple random sample or no? Go ahead and pause the video and come up with your answer. Come back and we'll see how well you did. Well, I hope here you said no. So we don't know how big the sample size is. We don't know how many cars we're testing. But let's just say we're looking at 2 different models. So we're going to take 2 cars because we're 1 car from each model. So if we're like doing, say, like a Toyota and a Honda, well, the possible combinations are, we could take a Toyota and a Honda, but we could also take 2 Toyotas, or we could also take 2 Hondas. But because we're insisting on having 1 car from each model, those other sample combinations, the 2 Toyotas and the 2 Hondas, will never be selected. So it doesn't matter how big our sample size here, there are some sample combinations that will not be selected, and therefore we do not have a simple random sample. And that brings us to the end of this mini lecture. I hope you found it helpful. You can find more mini lectures for this and other courses at AspireMountainAcademy.com. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.